zealous, witty, and fervent. And he was enthusiastic about debating religious questions with non-Catholics. We get the impression of St. Edmund as an energetic, hard-working, and cheerful person. Here at Ladywell House at Ferniehough, there is a museum dedicated to all the Lancashire martyrs. It's currently run by priests of the Holy Family Fathers and Brothers of the Youth from Nigeria, West Africa. I'm meeting Father Ernest Attar to show me round. Father Ernest, thank you so much for having us here.
Thank you, Monica. It's my pleasure.
And you have a really remarkable collection of relics here, not only from Arrowsmith, but from many, many of the 40 martyrs.
You're right, yeah.
Why do you think the 40 martyrs are so important and so special?
Oh, they're so special to me, honestly. You know, coming from Nigeria to work in this country, and most of them, I have heard about them, I've read about them. Coming here and seeing some of their relics is quite inspiring, and it makes me to believe that the history of the church is truth. Probably the biggest and most spectacular exhibit that you have here is the gorgeous Burgess altar. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. It was done by a man called Thomas Burgess in 1560s. It is made in such a way that it can fold down when it is not being used. So this altar was made by Thomas Burgess. So when people celebrate Mass in that family, and there's a report that soldiers are coming in, what they will do is to hide the priest inside this altar and then close it. It will look like a wardrobe. And am I right in thinking that this not only would fold, but it would also move around from house to house to house? It happened, yeah. I think it was moving around. There was a time even it was in Bolton, you know, but eventually here is the last, probably last bus stop for it. But I suppose that was to spread out the suspicion. If too many people would go to a house often, people would think, oh, I think they're saying Mass in that house. Yes, you're absolutely right. Yes, that was one of the reasons, yeah. And Edmund Arrowsmith, do you think that he used this? Yes, one of the saints that used this was Edmund Arrowsmith, a fantastic saint well celebrated in this part of Lancashire. So he used it in 1621. Even Edmund Campion used it, but Edmund Campion used it before Arrowsmith. So from 1621 to 1628, when Edmund Arrowsmith was killed, was frequently using this altar. That's incredible to have that link to him as well. Absolutely. One of the things that came into my mind when I looked at the crucifix of Arrowsmith, if this man loved the crucifix so much, he must have disposed himself to die like Christ. Yeah. He must have disposed himself to die like Christ. He was sent to France to study for priesthood. And one of the most inspiring things is that those guys were sent to France or Spain to study, but they knew they were coming to die. They will study for priesthood and they will come back and most probably be arrested and quartered. But they did it. And as a priest yourself, to have this legacy of priesthood in this country that was so strongly persecuted, what does that mean for priests like you today? Well, I will be a little bit negative. Negative in the sense that, you know, when you look at the rate at which priestly vocation is going down here and how lukewarm many people have become in terms of faith, you feel like, what will Arrowsmith, you know, be doing now in heaven? Are you getting the point? Honestly, I feel inspired. I feel inspired. I've chosen my vocation to be vocation of sacrifice, and to a very large extent, working in a shrine that is dedicated to Lancashire matters has been the greatest thing in my life. Father Ernest, thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Monica. I'm so happy. It's my pleasure.